Well. Good morning, YouTube. It has been a minute since I've done a reading. It's been a minute since we've done anything. We started doing, Tori Boo, what did we start? No, we weren't doing table talk. We were doing a review of a show, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And it got so ridiculous. I didn't stop watching it, but I wanted to really focus on the show. But I want to do a reading today on Raven-Symone. I have been just laying in the cut, listening to her, what she's saying, and seeing how people are reacting and dragging her across Twitter. And I said, let me look at this person. Who is this person? And she is... she's complex in a lot of ways, and then she's simple or simple-minded in some ways. So this is just for entertainment. This is just my time to put my 2 cents in, just looking at her as a person. All the readings I do, I like to put it out there. They're for entertainment. Excuse me. They're for entertainment, and they're for your enjoyment. So please, Twitter people, don't try to come and stalk me or anything else, or try to correct me on this and that, because I feel like if you got all the answers, you should have did the reading and not come to mine. You can always turn it off. So let me look at Raven-Symone. Her birthday is December 10th, 1985. So she's a Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Sagittarius, I'm going to talk about Sagittarius women because it just so happens in my life there's a lot of Sagittarius women. And I don't really do astrology, just looking at her from the sun sign of things that are similar to people I know. They're interesting people. They're very, very bright people. They're always looking for the next opportunity, to the next leg up, and they don't just look for it, they usually find it. They love money, things, finery, flash, all of that. But here's the kind of rub about it. And of course, all Sagittarius are not the same. I'm just talking about some that I know, and she has a very similar, she has very similar traits to some I know. They are very smart, don't get me wrong, but they have a way of putting out their opinions in ways that are harsh, or they can be, or sometimes even offensive, where you take offense to it, but they don't even understand because they're just speaking their truth as they see it. So that's their truth, that's their perspective, and they feel like they have the right to say that without a filter. And that's kind of the problem with her. She is a person who has always been about her feelings and talking about herself. She's very self-absorbed. She is about her. She doesn't really give a doggone what people have to say or think about her. She is about herself. And I'm even surprised that she's been in a relationship for as long as she is. But she's always trying to express herself in some ways, but somehow it just doesn't come out right. She was trying to, it seemed to me, when she was saying, I'm not African American, I'm just American, I don't want to deal with labels. She was sort of, and she didn't want to say that she was gay, yet she living a gay lifestyle. It was as though she wanted to be free in the world, to not be put into any box of any sort. And that's good. A lot of us feel like that. I'm a biracial woman, so I get that. But the way she came across with expressing that was a turnoff to people. I think that her being a part of the LGBT community or African American community, people are looking for her to step up and speak on that, or claim that, or own that, those different types of cultures. But I kind of don't understand why. We knew her, I did, from being a little bitty girl on the Bill Cosby show. Then the next thing I know, she was on That's So Raven show. So this is a child who's been catered to, coddled, put in front of the limelight. My kids have some records that she made and some songs and things like that. When she worked with those studios, they coddle those kids. And so she put on weight because she's free to eat whatever she wanted to eat. They just laid it out in front of her and the other people, like a grand buffet every day. She was free to express herself or say what she thought or be in grown folks' business. I'll put it like that. Way before she got on TV, this is not new. This is her. There was nobody going to tell her to stop or you wrong or hush your mouth, because she was the gravy train for her family life or lifestyle, whether they work in or whether not. The real money was coming from her. So if they were managing her or whatever, she was the one that was paying their salary. So she always has felt like she had a say, and nobody was censoring her as what's supposed to happen when there's adults and children. You speak on this and nothing else and go to your room or play with your friends or whatever. But being that she was the bill payer, I don't think that was ever really the case so much. Maybe sometimes, but as far as being disciplined, things taken away, all of that, not so much. She could buy her own things. So now she's on this show, The View, and no longer is she some little character that we like, because we never knew her. Never. She went from TV show to TV show playing characters, and sometimes people assume that that's who you are, and that had nothing to do with who you are. Crazy, fumbling, bumbling, awkward teen wasn't ever her. And so now you get to see who she is, and people don't like it. It's offensive in many cases. It's out of line. Why she's on that show? To get younger viewers to watch the show. The people on TV shows, they're looking for people to get viewers 18 to 49 and putting somebody younger on who can say things that you might want to even say, but wouldn't have the nerve to. And once again, she doesn't have a censor. Nobody at the table tells her to be quiet except for that Ann Coulter who was on, who shut her all the way down. Because that's all she ever needed, is for somebody to shut her down. If you shut her down, she would be shut down and she would stop. Because where are you going to go past to know? So this year she's going to a number 3 personal year, which means that's going to be more of her talking. This year is going to be more of a laid-back year for her. This year is going to be more of expressing herself emotionally. We are in a new day and age, and we are able to see everything that's going on, whether it's on the internet or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, Facebook. And so she's going to be doing a lot more expressing herself of what she thinks and what she believes in. We're going to always know her, though, because she is a number 9 person. And being a number 9 person, you know this person. You know this person. Mostly it's for good, but doesn't have to be. But you always know this person. They always have the spotlight. They tend to actually be quite a humanitarian towards people. They believe in people's rights. They believe in animal protection care. They believe in the world being a better place and hoping that they can add to it. But you have this person who is, well, like I said, complex. She's about herself, and that is the bottom line. It's me, me, me. She wants to lead. She wants to be in charge. She wants to manage. She's great at starting. She cannot finish a doggone thing. And there are people out there that really like her. I think that she's fantastic. And then there's a lot that can't stand the thing that she says and want her off the air. I personally am working, so I don't get a chance to watch The View. And it seems like the only time I do is when she has put her foot in her mouth again and again. even though, like I said, she is a number 9, a humanitarian, a person that loves life and loves people, she is primarily about herself. She may be doing things behind the scene for others that we don't know about, but maybe not so much. She likes to have a good time. She likes to do what she wants to do the way she wants to do it. That's the bottom line. And at the same time, she wants to come across looking important and grown and mature and informed and educated. And that part's not true. She never had that opportunity to experience that side of life. But that's not going to stop her from talking, because she's got opinions on everything, and she's going to feel quite comfortable to express them, because just as when she was small, nobody on this show is going to tell her to hush up or sit back or be quiet or whatever. The way that she dresses is an outward expression of who she is. The green lips and the green and purple hair and the mohawk, faux hawks, whatever it is she's trying to rock. This is her, and these are her creations, and this is what she's going to look like. And it's not going to be short term. It's going to be a long time that she is like that. And when a time comes when she's out of the spotlight, which will almost be never, she'll be less, but not as out there in a time. But when she does come on these shows, she's still going to be the same Raven, speaking herself and speaking her mind. Look at how she talked about people with crazy names, or quote-unquote ghetto names that they didn't give themselves, that she would never hire them. Who the hell going to hire Raven-Symone with an accent on an E that's not even used, with a dash in the middle? Like, seriously? No, pass. But she never even thought enough to say that. So she needs to think before she speaks, especially this year, because she's going to find herself in situations going to have her back up against the wall, and that's going to make her look quite foolish. But surprisingly, that's not going to take her out of the light. Raven-Symone, bless you, girl. I think you got some growing up to do. That's what I'm going to say, because we all been young and foolish and reckless with our mouth. So good luck to you. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Respond. You think Raven-Symone is the right host for this show. Talk to you later.